today's video, we're going to take you on a Jeep ride to an old ghost town.
Maybe.
There's a place beyond the silver moon. If we drive, then we can get there soon. Ride, close your eyes and ride with me. Ride with me. We could park out on the edge of town. Hearts so high, they ain't coming down. Don't you wanna go? Don't you wanna go?
Oh boy. It's a pretty strong current. Alrighty, here we go. So when we went to Montana, we stayed in the Big Timber area. We did a video for Spring Creek Campground and Trout Ranch in Big Timber, Montana. While we were there, we had ventured off and saw the Natural Bridge Falls. And while we were out exploring, Randy's like, oh, well, we came into, what was it? The Gallatin Forest, I guess. Randy wondered if there were some Jeep trails that we could explore. And he came across this one that leads you to an old ghost town.
Mining town.
Mm-hmm. It was 16 miles from the falls in the Natural Bridge area. So you go into, I want to say it's the Gallatin Forest. I could be wrong. They say it's located in the Absaroka Range. So it's about 16 miles, like I said, from that Natural Bridge Falls. And it takes you to Box Canyon, and that's the start of the trailhead. So once you hit Box Canyon, that's the trailhead where the Jeep trail begins. And that runs about 6 miles to get you back to the ghost town. The trail starts at about 6,000 feet elevation, right? And goes to about 9,500 feet above sea level. The town's just beyond the alpine zone. Once you get there, you can explore a dozen so buildings in the town itself. They do say that there are ghosts there. We can't say that we saw any, but that's okay. And if you want to, there's an additional 2 to 3 more miles to Blue Lake. The difficulty increases a little bit, and that sits under Haystack Mountain and the Monument Peak.
And that's a high grizzly area. It's high bear population, so be aware of that.
Yeah, the peaks are about 11,000 feet above sea level, and the end of the road is in that, how do you say it?
Absaroka Range.
Beartooth Wilderness, yeah.
Right, so, and you have to, when you get to the end of the road, you got to walk about 200 yards or so, I believe, to get to the lake.
And the lake sits about 8 miles from the Yellowstone Park, National Park boundaries. So you're just about to the park. So you can literally travel from Big Timber, Montana, down into, well, 8 miles outside of the Yellowstone National Park.
Boundary, yeah.
Yeah, so it was definitely a very cool Jeep ride.
It's challenging. It's not, you definitely want to have some type of lift and oversized tires. It's not something for a stock Jeep. So you definitely want to give yourself a lot of time to do it, because once you hit the trailhead, it's slow going.
It's slow going, and it's 8 miles of slow going, and 8 miles.
About 8 miles, and
back.
It took us about 4 hours to do that 8 miles, maybe.
Yeah.
4.5 hours, and we came up short.
So this mining town, Independence, was established, I guess, in the mid 1800s, around the 1860s, and it was a mountain town to about 400 to 500 inhabitants. And basically it was because of the gold rush. In that area, the Park and Sweetgrass counties of Montana, that's where gold was first discovered and created this whole Independence mining district. So that was the draw to the land initially. The Crow Indian Reservation had shut it down, I guess, for a little while, but it looks like in 1882, the land was ceded and began mining again. That's a little history on the area. So what little bit that is left of the town is about 53 miles southwest of Big Timber. You go out on Highway 298 towards McLeod and travel about 27 miles total. That's what there's, taking in the roads, the dirt road once you get to the forest, and then you're 8 miles in. But it's a beautiful drive. The whole Montana landscape out there is just beautiful. You'll see in the videos, the mountains are just phenomenal.
Yeah, definitely. But again, if you want to make it to the mining town, you got to do it early.
Plan ahead, definitely.
I personally wouldn't do it without another vehicle with you, just because of fuel, and if you break something up there, you're stuck there for the night. So, as
we like to say, pro tip: full tank of fuel, pack lunch, maybe some snacks, trail mix, that type of thing. Water, definitely have some water, and bear spray.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, definitely. And maybe a weapon.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea.
It's pretty rugged. Side-by-sides are also allowed on it.
Yeah.
And they tear it up pretty good. Definitely, again, have to be a vehicle with a minimum of a couple inches of lift and some big tires. A little bit
a whole day.
Off-road of experience. And plan on a day going up and back if you want to get out of there before nightfall. And that's what happened to us. We got up there, and I think it was about 3 o'clock, and we still had 2 miles to go.
It was around 3.
And at that, I was afraid of getting up there and then hitting nightfall and having to come down, and it was pretty wet, and there's some challenging spots in the trail.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it runs.
I was low on fuel. I didn't have a lot of fuel. I was below a half a tank, which I filled up before I went up there. So I burned a half a tank just getting up to where I got. So it would have been close on fuel for me.
The river, or the trail itself, runs along the
Boulder River.
Main Boulder River.
Yeah.
So it just adds to the whole scenic drive of it all. It's
Definitely
absolutely gorgeous. And God country.
The video won't show, never does show how steep it is and how rugged it is.
Well, you can see it rocking and stuff. Yeah.
So.
But we enjoyed it. We'll do it again if we're in the area. Hopefully we'll have somebody to come with.
Do it again and try to make it to the town, which you can do it. It's doable. We didn't plan ahead enough.
And if you're really into, scary stuff, maybe you want to be there in the dark and see the ghosts.
No, I don't want to be in the dark. Not with them bears up
No,
there.
not Randy and I. I'm saying our viewers in general, they may want to be there in the dark.
Not me. I'm getting out of there.
Yeah.
We did meet a guy walking. He was hiking.
Yeah, we're pretty sure he was a real person and not a ghost.
Yeah, he was. But he had a big gun. He was carrying a big old rifle.
A huge gun.
So, and he wasn't very talkative either. So.
No, he didn't want to chit-chat.
It's definitely, if you're into Jeeping or you have a side-by-side. If I had a side-by-side, I'd blast up that thing, no problem. But with the Jeep, you got to take it a little easier. So,
yeah, well, we didn't want to break anything and be stuck out there.
And
I don't think we didn't have cell service. You have to download the map.
Cell service.
Yeah, there's no cell service.
The trail's easy to follow, though, once you get to that Box Canyon.
Yeah, but if we broke something, what would we do? That's what we kept saying.
You'd be there for the night. You walk out in the morning. So.
And we didn't want to be bear food.
Yeah.
So.
It's beautiful, and I really wanted to get to the town. I really did. But
yeah, you were really disappointed that we didn't make it.
It was really wet when we went. There was a lot of water running down.
We were there in June, I think it was.
Yeah, it was probably snow melt.
Oh, there was still snow on the mountains, yes.
So I think we were hitting maybe some of the snow melt, because I read something in the history on it from 1893 and in the edition of the Big Timber Pioneer that said they had 15 feet of snow on the first day of June.
Yeah, and we were there mid-June, and there was still plenty of snow. Don't you remember Main Boulder River? We stayed right on it.
Yeah,
it was ripping.
Flowing. It was ripping.
Yeah.
Other people have done it. From what I've read, that they've started at about 10:30 in the morning at Box Canyon, and they finished around 7:30 at night. I don't know when they did that, but it would take at least that long, as rough as the trail was for us.
I agree.
Unless you're blowing up through there pretty hard. But,
And you have to remember too that it stays lighter.
yeah, that's a good time. It was a good time, and again, like I say, we'll do it. We're going to do it again when we head back out there. Definitely going to try it again and get up to the town. It's like one of them things we never finished. I want to finish it, so maybe we'll have someone with us this time or something. Who knows?
Yeah, let us know if you want to meet us in Big Timber and
you
do
wanna go
Independence. We'll go jeeping, do Independence. Leave it in the comments below, or find us on www.chasingthedreamrv.com and sign up as a subscriber there for our emails. Hit us up and let us know. We hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, if you like what you see, please click subscribe, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and we'll see you in our next video.
Subscribe anyway, even if you don't like it.
It's free.
Yeah. All right.